Hello and welcome. My name is Christina from Empowered Creator. I am a mindset and conscious manifesting teacher and coach, and this is my YouTube channel. Here I talk about all things law of assumption, mindset, conscious manifesting, the quantum universe, and a lot more. And my goal is to simplify everything without the fluff. So if you guys like this content and you would like to see more of it, I would love it if you would subscribe to this channel, comment on this video, like it, share it, and stick around. Also, if you need help with your specific situation, I offer one-on-one coaching, email coaching, small group coaching, as well as custom subliminals for whatever needs you may have. So if you're interested in any of these services, the links are below in the description box. Click on them and they're going to take you to my website. With all that being said, let's dive into today's video. In today's video, I want to talk about something that is very important when you're manifesting any desire in any area of your life. And it's very, very effective in actually reducing resistance towards your manifestation. Resistance is arguably the number one opponent of manifesting our desires fast. And this is the value of learning to go with the flow with whatever the 3D shows, even if it's something that is seemingly undesirable or seemingly opposing to whatever it is you're manifesting. And the value of not being so quick to jump into conclusions about whatever the 3D might be showing you, and not being so quick to judge whatever it is that you're encountering in the 3D as something negative or something opposing to you and to your manifestation. So this is what I'll be discussing in today's video. Stay tuned. So as I said in my intro, one of the best ways to reduce, if not eliminate completely, all the resistance towards what you're manifesting, whatever the desire might be, is to learn to go with the flow with whatever the 3D is showing you, and to not be so quick to jump into conclusions and to judge things here and there that your 3D may be showing you as something that is negative, as something that opposes your manifestation, as something that might be a block towards your manifestation. You want to learn not to do that. And there's a couple of reasons for that. The first reason is that when you label something that happens in your 3D as something negative, when you get upset about it, when you react to it, when you start wondering, oh, why things aren't working out for me? Why is it that I'm manifesting what I want and instead I'm seeing things that are opposite? All these kinds of reactions, all these kinds of thoughts, all these kinds of labeling things in a negative way, giving them a negative meaning and a negative label, create more resistance towards your manifestation. And as I said in my intro, the number one enemy of successful manifestation, the number one enemy of fast manifestation is resistance. So if you're perceiving things that the 3D is showing as something negative, something opposing, something that is going to block your manifestation, something that is not going to allow it to come through, or anything like that, anything similar to that, what you're doing is adding resistance to your manifestation. Because guess what? Now you have given your mind more reasons to believe that your manifestation is difficult or insurmountable or even impossible. And you have given yourself more reasons to justify why you cannot have your manifestation, why having your manifestation is going to be so hard for you, so difficult for you, so impossible for you. So it's more things and more mental obstacles, if you will, that you have to work through in order to overcome that resistance and get to that state of the wish fulfilled, get to that desired state that is actually going to allow you to bring your manifestation into the 3D and experience it with your senses. The second reason, which might actually surprise you, is that you might actually be proven wrong in your judgment. What you initially judged and labeled as something negative, something unwanted, something undesirable, something opposing your manifestation and your desire, might very well prove to be a very, very important bridge later down the road that is actually going to help and aid in your manifestation, something that might help bring it closer to you. So let's say you're manifesting a specific person and you're manifesting a committed relationship with them, and all of a sudden you find out that they're moving far away, that they've accepted the position that is much better for them, it's going to make them much more money, it's going to advance their career, and they're now moving, let's say, a few hours away from you. You immediately label this as something unwanted, you get stressed out, you get anxious, you start getting worried, you get disappointed. Oh, I've been manifesting my SP, I've been manifesting this committed relationship with my SP, and now they're being transferred somewhere else, they're being transferred far away, they're moving far away, and so now how am I going to be able to be with them? So how do you know that this seeming obstacle, this seeming block that has just presented itself is not actually a bridge towards what you want, towards your manifestation of a committed relationship with your person? What's not to say that accepting this position, even if it's far away, is not going to make them financially independent and then much more ready and much more willing to take the commitment with you? Because now they're feeling accomplished in life, They feel that they're financially independent, they feel strong, they feel that they can provide for you, they can provide for a relationship, they can provide for a possible family down the line. And so this seeming obstacle, this seeming block ends up being the biggest blessing. Because who is to say that they don't get transferred back, or that you don't get transferred where they are, or anything in between? There's infinite scenarios, infinite number of scenarios that can play out. Another example, which is actually a folk story coming, I think, from China, from a few centuries ago. The story goes that at a Chinese village, there was this man who at some point broke his leg, and then the whole village was feeling sorry for him, was sad for him, was pitying him, and all that kind of stuff. However, he wasn't as quick to jump to conclusions. He took it as a good thing. I can't see it right now. I can't see why it's good right now. But I know and I believe and I trust that it's a good thing for me, that it was meant to happen because it was good for me. Well, guess what happened? A couple of weeks later, war broke. And all the men of that village got drafted to go to war as soldiers. That man who had the broken leg was left behind because he was deemed disabled and he was deemed to not be able to join the army as a soldier. And so he was basically spared going to war, being drafted as a soldier to go to war. So what initially seemed like something very bad, what initially seemed like something that was going to be a huge obstacle, a huge block, a huge curse, if you will, ended up being the biggest blessing because it saved him his life. It saved him from being drafted to go to the war as a soldier and risking his life day after day. So for these reasons, to avoid creating excessive resistance around your manifestation, and also because you might genuinely be proven wrong in your initial judgment of the situation, you want to learn to go with the flow in the 3D. You want to learn to take what the 3D presents as feedback of where your manifestation is, where you are in your consciousness, yes, but at the same time, you don't want to resist it so much. You don't want to react so much to it and rush to give it a label of something negative, something bad, something opposing, something that's going to block you forever from your manifestation. You want to learn not to judge it, at least not so fast. You want to learn to be more neutral and more indifferent about the things that happen. Assume that your manifestation is always on its way, that there is always movement, and that you're always in the bridge of incidents, always the bridge of events towards your manifestation. You always want to assume that your manifestation is always on its way to being fulfilled for you, and that each and every moment in the 3D is actually part of the unfolding of your manifestation. It's actually a bridge that is going to lead you to the manifestation of your desire. So don't rush so much to draw conclusions. When something happens in the 3D, don't rush to take it as bad or as negative or as a huge obstacle or as something that is going to make your manifestation insurmountable. You want to stay calm, you want to stay neutral, you want to not react internally, that means emotionally and mentally, and just tell yourself that, you know what, this has happened, I don't like it. However, it could later prove to be a big blessing, a big bridge towards my manifestation. And even if it doesn't, it's okay, because I'm working on my inner states, I'm working on my manifestation, I'm working on changing my perceptions of the situation and of how I see my desire. And so that means even if something opposing happens, even if something undesirable happens, it's okay because it's going to shift. Nothing in the 3D is set in stone. Everything in the 3D is completely malleable, it's completely changeable. And it all depends on where you put your consciousness. So if you take everything as part of the fulfillment of your manifestation, if you take everything as part of the bridge, if you don't rush to judge things, whatever might be happening in the 3D, and put labels into it and give it meanings, and react and get flustered and get frustrated and get disappointed and discouraged and start questioning everything and start questioning yourself, why is this happening? Why is that happening? And create all this resistance around your desire and making it harder on yourself to manifest it in the 3D. You want to take everything, even seemingly unwanted stuff, even seemingly bad stuff, as part of the unfolding, as part of the bridge, as part of the fulfillment of your desire. So learn not to be so quick to judge what the 3D is presenting to you. Be neutral, be indifferent about it, persist in your desired state. Assume that everything is a bridge to your desire, everything is a bridge to your manifestation. Your desire is unfolding and it's being fulfilled every single moment. And learn to see things in more neutral ways. Learn that things don't mean anything in themselves. It's the stories you attach to them that give meaning to them. However, you are the one who has the power to choose what meaning to give to everything, to each fact, to each incident, to everything that the 3D might be presenting. And in this way, you are reducing, if not completely eliminating the resistance around your desire, and you remain open to all the blessings and all the ways in which your desire might unfold, and all the bridges that you might not even be able to see and distinguish in the beginning that might bring you closer to your manifestation. With all that being said, I'm going to wrap up this video here. I intend that this has helped. As always, I very much appreciate you guys being on this channel, watching this content. I love making this content for you. And as always, I look forward to seeing you all at the next video. Until then, take care and bye-bye.